All right, welcome, folks, to this exciting game. No Wi-Fi, almost no electricity, but that won't keep us down here at Messer Gymnasium as we get started with this game. Having all sorts of issues tonight, and we'll fix them as we go on. And Pioneer versus Greenfield. Greenfield Green Wave, Pioneer Panthers. Pioneer starting off with a nice three-pointer. My name is Tyler. We're bringing the play-by-play action of this game. After a power outage somewhere in town, really messing things up with the system here, both internet and electricity. This game starting a half hour earlier than expected. Just a number of, it's never convenient, but definitely messing things up for us here at Pioneer as far as getting things together, but with the electricity back up. Got the scoreboard running, and with electricity, we'll get this recording and keep testing out the Wi-Fi, see if we can get this streaming, but we'll upload it later. Pioneer in an inbound, Jalen Beliski slows it down, hands it off to McClelland. Back to Beliski. Pioneer coming into this game with a 4-game winning streak. And no backcourt violation with the hands on the knockaway from Greenfield. Ball put in from the corner to Maggie Tippeniuk. Comes up short. Tippeniuk goes down on it, but Greenfield hands are on it as well. And that will come up Greenfield. Six and a half minutes left in the first quarter. Only one basket so far, and that's a Pioneer 3. Nice shovel around the horn. Greenfield looking to swing it inside. Ball off a foot on the dribble, but Greenfield hangs on to it. Well, driven in. Greenfield looking for that shot. Can't get it. Comes down into Kobe Tminski's hands. Stolen away. Greenfield hangs on to it. She's about to go up for the shot. No good. Foul called. Greenfield will get 2. I think there is some discussion amongst the refs as to what had occurred. Looks like they're still deliberation on it. I think the decision whether or not, all right. The decision was on whether or not I think possession was had when the foul occurred. But it looks like it did, so it will be Greenfield with 2. Taylor Bergeron taking her second shot now. Yeah, it makes the second one. Greenfield on the board. Now full court press by the Green Wave. Jalen Beliski drives in on the left side, slows it down, hands it off to Maggie Tippeniuk. Puts it up, does not get the shot, but will get 2 from the free throw line. Coming into this game, Green Wave with a 4-6 record. They've lost their last 2 games, once against East Hampton and another one against Mahar, both at home. And if that name sounds familiar, Greenfield falling to Mahar That's because one of the more recent games, Pioneer took a big W against Mahar. Excuse me. Oh, gotcha. Sorry about that. All the graphics are all off. Oh, this is not our day. Greenfield driving in on the left side. Stop short underneath. Fades back. No good. Pioneer hangs onto it. Shot from the outside. Green fingertips. Stops that shot. Put forward. Good idea, stepping back. Jalen Beliski takes over. Kobe Tominski, double teamed, ball, pass intercepted but knocked out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer ball near the Greenfield bench. And a little bit of fancy footwork for Pioneer. Will turn the ball over. And a timeout is called. And as we go into the timeout, it'll be a prime opportunity to fix. And we are back in. So many problems. Greenfield goes in, no good. And as Pioneer gets possession. Jalen Beliski double teamed. Ball over to Kiara Griskowski. Back to Beliski. Finding Griskowski inside. Ball back outside. Finding McClellan. Goes up the left. Tries to feed it over to Pillsbury. No good. Stolen away by the Green Wave. Taylor Bergeron to Gloria McDonald. McDonald comes up top. Three shot. Off the back of the rim. Recovered by McClellan. Send forward to Griskowski. Over to Tippanyuk. And Pioneer gets the two. And a foul is called. Let the clock catch up. clock was too far ahead. Excuse me. This will be the second time. There's no Wi-Fi. And she makes the second one. Ugh. And stolen away by McDonald. No good on the layup. We'll fix that score in a moment. The ball comes loose and out of bounds. There we go. The full court press making it difficult for Pioneer. When they navigate through, Beliski hands it over to Pillsbury. Tosses it up, no good. Recovered by Pioneer, tosses it back out to McClellan. McClellan for three. Sinks it. Last time BNC TV was out here covering Pioneer, McClellan had an incredible game, walking away with, I believe, 6 3-point shots in the game. Fantastic job. And another timeout is called. Ugh. Just all out of sorts this first quarter. Well, it looks like Pioneer, there is something to say about home field advantage. Pioneer sinking into their usual routine. They showed up and they went to work. There's been a lot of chatter about this game around the school leading up to this. They were really excited for this game, speaking with some of the students, and a little bit about where Pioneer is sitting. They're coming into this game with a 5-3 record, playing 8 games, and should be noted Greenfield with a 4-6 record. They've had 10 games so far, so a lot of some of their stats are being affected by just having a larger number of games that they've played. But Pioneer has had a 4-game winning streak. Their latest win, other than the Mahar game that we mentioned earlier in the program, the most recent win was against Mohawk, that is at Mohawk Trail Regional, with a 50-42 win over the Warriors. So the Pioneer girls have been coming together, doing a really good job working together, figuring things out, and Coach Tippanyuk has really started to create a good group here, and we're definitely seeing that on the court. As I let the clock run way too far, it's about a minute shorter than it needs to be. Another stolen ball. Maggie Tippanyuk steals it back. Now, good frantic recovery by Tippanyuk, but Pioneer needs to be a little more on point with their passes, especially with this full court press. Greenfield is going to do what they can to try and interrupt things early, and case in point, a steal and a tough pass. That steal being from Amy Mihailichenko. Kobe Tominski underneath, tries to feed it over to Pillsbury. Goes off of a wave jersey. It will be Pioneer ball on the baseline. And then shot from the outside. Maggie Tippanyuk with 2. Swung around driving in, hoping to get the shot. And a travel will be called. A few extra steps before the attempt to put the ball up by Natalia Cody, excuse me. And stolen away. McDonald from the outside puts it away for 3. And some heavy defense. Pioneer's going to need to move around, step things up a bit. I mean, we're seeing no coverage on the inbounder. They're just trying to double things up and get the turnovers. So far, Green Wave has stepped up on the turnovers, making it real difficult before Pioneer can get within shooting range. Bergeron over to McDonald. No good on the jump shot. Greenfield hangs on to it. Another toss-up, no good. Tippanyuk to McClelland. And a foul is called on Greenfield. It was by Sarah McLeod. Tiffany Pillsbury. Didn't let the clock run on this. 15 seconds, no shot clock. Ball tossed up. Tominski back out to Griskowski for the 3-shot, no good. Back to McClellan. She goes in. And no good on the shot. And a push called on Greenfield, so McClellan will have 2 with 4 seconds remaining. There we go, now the clock is lined up. Four seconds left, long 3-shot, no good. And 8 minutes into the book, Pioneer with a 7-point lead, 14-7 against Greenfield. I do think that starting things off, Pioneer has been doing a fantastic job on their shooting. They are, I feel like, a step up from Greenfield after this first quarter with the shooting. However, Greenfield has done an amazing job really stepping up that extra pressure, both full court and right at the midcourt, forcing some less than desirable passes amongst the Panther players. And when you're forcing those passes to go up like that, it's going to be a lot easier to make the steal. And I think Greenfield knows that. They've seen it happen, and they're going to keep doing it as long as they can get the turnovers that they're looking for. Those kind of turnovers, and if they can get those turnovers and have those turnovers result in points, this could be a completely different ball game by the half. But we'll see what is going to happen with this next 8 minutes. Again, my apologies for just being all out of sorts. As I said, things change with the power outage and a lot of other issues. So we just got to roll with it. I was expecting this game to start at 7:30. So I had to kind of make a mad rush in here to get this, get everything set up. And of course, not everything was set up. I had some of the text and a bunch of other things messed up. So, foul is called on the shot. Annie Kobolansky taking the free throws. Greenfield keeping up that pressure. Pioneer's going to need to hustle into open positions, drive themselves in. And a foul is called. Just like when you got a blitz in football, one of the flip sides of that extra pressure when you're going to blitz the player like that, you're inevitably, and with double teaming and whatnot, you know somebody is going to be left open, and if they have an opportunity to get that ball to that person, they're going to make that happen. That's 2 for Pioneer. Nice shots by Griskowski. Bergeron driving in. Ball fed back outside for a 3-shot, no good, into the hands of Pioneer players. Jalen Beliski hustling down, navigating around McClelland to Tominski, Beliski. McClelland hesitating, trying to find openings on the pass. And ball shot for 3 comes in short. There again, no good on the shot. Skylar McClelland driving all the way down, tries to toss it up in order to get the shots. Oh, she will. She did get him. I figured the shots were, or McClelland's shot was later than the foul, but well, that's why the refs are out there. So McClelland will get 2 from the free throw line. And 2 for 2 for McClelland. Natalie Cody to Bergeron. And a travel is going to be called. Nice idea, but if your feet shuffle without that dribble. And Pioneer nearly hangs on to it. They're having trouble getting out of this full court pressure. Greenfield takes the steal. McDonald for 3, puts it away. 8-point game. It'll be Greenfield ball. Cannot be having those unanswered for turnovers and points. That is going to tighten things up for Pioneer's lead. Bergeron for 3. Rolls off the rim. Comes down into McDonald's hands. Greenfield hangs on to it. We'll reset the shot. Greenfield swung around. Ball put up, and another 2. Debbie Pillsbury hangs on to it. Soft pass gets stolen. And another 3-shot. And just like that, I'm sorry. Must have been behind on the score. Excuse me. Like I said, all sorts of problems here. And a timeout is called, rightfully so, by the Pioneer bench. Greenfield has forced a number of turnovers that have turned this ball game into a 1-point game with 5 minutes left on the clock. So far, Pioneer has not been able to crack the code of crisp passes. It's just they've been swarmed, and they're just having a difficult time getting open and moving that ball around. It's a tough game. It's working for Greenfield. Greenfield is stepping up, forcing the turnovers, forcing softer passes that are interceptable. And they've started putting the ball away. And Pioneer is going to really need to step up with the faster passes. If they can stay one step ahead of the pressure getting to the players, they're going to be able to move this ball down there and put some more points on the board. Krzyzkowski McClellan. Another stolen pass. And that's going to be a charge. Pillsbury hanging on to it to McClellan. And swatted away, but will remain Pioneer possession. For three, off the rim to Tominski. Tominski will get the foul. First of two. And nice job, 2 for 2 for Tominski. Bergeron driving in. Bergeron, that is at least the second time we've seen that extra sidestep taken by Bergeron, and the refs are not liking that on the travel. Nice bounce pass over to Tippanyuk. Ball comes back out, comes up Greenfield. Bergeron tries to toss it up, gets her own rebound, resets to the outside, goes for three. No good. Tominski over to McClellan. With a long pass. Greenfield hangs on to it. And knocked out of bounds off of Greenfield. It will be Pioneer ball right at half court. Well, and then a backcourt violation. An interesting situation, no doubt, on the turnover. Pioneer lucking out with that. Tominski to McClellan. Stolen away by Greenfield. We'll let the clock catch up. Bergeron on the far side. No good on the shot. Nice leading pass to Jalen Beliski. Beliski goes down with a hard on the floor. And now Pioneers in the bonus with just under 3 minutes left. This could be very advantageous for Pioneer. Beliski 1 for 2. And off the rim. Bergeron with a crisp pass inside to Natalia Cody. and gets the 2. McClelland almost triple teamed. Pioneer gets through it. Beliski to Tipanyuk. Goes inside. No good on the shot. Sarah McLeod comes up with it. And a travel is called on Greenfield. The Pioneer ball. Beliski to McClellan for 3. Off the rim. Comes down, recovered by Amy Mihailichenko. Excuse me on the points. I'll fix that. Another tough pass. Becoming a turnover. Greenfield on the offensive again for 3. Off the back of the rim, Beliski. Pass over to Griskowski. Swung around, Tominski just inside the 3. Comes down into Bergeron's hands. Bergeron on the far side. Brings it back to Sarah McLeod. Swung all the way around to Cody, who's looking to drive in. And she is taking that extra step that the refs have been calling her on all night. Cannot take that extra step, especially once you're planted. Pillsbury sews her way through. Nice hands by Bergeron, knocking the ball out of bounds. It'll be Pioneers on the baseline. And jump ball comes into Pioneer favor. Pillsbury drives in. No foul and recovered by Greenfield. Just under a minute left in the first half. Pioneer with a 2-point lead. Greenfield really stepping things up and closing that gap in the second half, or second quarter, excuse me. Jalen Beliski navigating through with triple teaming. McClellan for 3. Off the front of the rim, recovered by McLeod. No shot clock, under 30. And a timeout is called by the Greenfield bench. With a little more than 20 seconds left in the first half. 2-point game right now with 21 seconds left in the game. And if you're tuning into this when it's broadcast later on and uploaded to YouTube, well, thank you for joining us, whether you're watching this from the Greenfield, the town of Greenfield, or watching this in the Bernardston-Northfield area, or your family abroad. So happy to have you with us, even if it's after the fact. Just happy to bring this game to you. Of course, would love to be live streaming this, but the Wi-Fi is taking a little bit more time to recover than the electricity did. In fact, a few hours ago, we were kind of running on the idea of whether or not the power would be back up in order to have these games. But great job by the athletic director and custodians and all the staff involved coordinating and trying to reset and reschedule and just, overall pivot to make this game happen. Happy that they are here doing that hard work. Under 20 seconds. Greenfield, no doubt looking to set themselves up so that they are the final team to have the ball in the first half. Talia Cody feeds it over to Bergeron. Back to Cody. Cody finding a lane. Ball comes loose. A foot dribble. Kyler McClellan tosses it up. No good, but great defense by Pioneer, making sure nothing else happened before we go into the half. Great job by both those teams. And a little bit of retrospect before we go into our halftime break. I would say that overall winner might be Greenfield for that second half. As we were talking, we began the second quarter with Pioneer having a 14-7 score, but doing an incredible job of catching up and stealing and getting those points on the board. Greenfield closed the gap to a 1-point game, and it's been rather tit for tat since then during the latter part of the second quarter. But Pioneer definitely owned that first quarter, did a great job coming out of the gate, scoring those points, did a great job. But Greenfield, with the quick catch-up that they did in the second quarter, through that extra pressure and really forcing turnovers, forcing not great passes. Greenfield has stepped things up, and they are not going to make it easy for Pioneer. And so far, Pioneer shooting has been great, has been top-notch. They've been doing a great job when they get it down there, but that is going to be the question of the game, is which strategy, Pioneer's offense or Greenfield's defense, is going to prove more fruitful. But with that, we're going to take a short break. Check out our wonderful sponsors. Without them, this broadcast would not be possible, so definitely take a peek at these local businesses that have chosen to support BNC TV and sponsor us through this programming. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, more of this girls varsity basketball action. Greenfield Green Wave versus your Pioneer Panthers. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back right here on BNC TV. Welcome back. Second half of this exciting 2-point game. Greenfield Green Wave versus your Pioneer Panthers. Greenfield starting things off. Ball tossed up on the shot. Good on the second. Things are tied up at 21. And a little foot shuffle is going to get the turnover. Greenfield now in position to take the lead for the first time in this game. So far, Greenfield has done an amazing job on the defense. Definitely really done a great job and been a formidable presence all over the court on the defense. No good on that shot. Another shot for Greenfield, no good. Comes down and Devin Pillsbury hands it off to Jalen Beliski. But Greenfield doing a great job with the defense. Colin McClellan with a floater. No shot, no touch. Turned over to Greenfield. Talia Cody. Swing around to Bergeron. And a little wires crossed, but definitely looking for the pass over to Gloria McDonald. No good on that one, so it will be Pioneer ball to inbound. Jalen Beliski. And another steal. This time by Bergeron. Driving up the left lane, going up. No shot, but gets the foul. And the Guests with the lead, 23-21. Over to Tippanyuk. Goes up for the two. Ball comes down in Tippanyuk's hand. But pass back out to Beliski for three, no good. Beliski hangs on to it. Big physical game. And a foul is called. Battle for the ball. Excuse me, on the clock. With a Pioneer. Another toss up. Kobe Tominski, no good. Cody bringing it down. Bergeron driving through, ball comes loose. Cullen comes up with it. Big toss over to Tippanyuk. To Beliski for three. Puts it away. Stolen by Pioneer. And hung on to it. Toss forward to Beliski. Goes up. Tough roll, but Pioneer hangs on to it. Gets the foul. Maggie Tippanyuk on the rebound. Goes up quick and gets the foul on that one. She'll have two. Pioneer back on top, 24-23. Tippanyuk good on the second one. 25-23. She'll let the clock catch up. Just about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Pioneer with a 2-point lead over Greenfield. Bergeron swinging it around to Cody. Cody finds an open lane, drives in, gets the foul. Cody will have two. Cody good on the first. And good on the second. 25-25, stolen on the inbound. Not exactly sure what the call was, whether it was a steal or travel. Pioneer getting lucky. I'll let the clock run. Beliski, Tipeniuk. Tipeniuk double teamed and stolen away by Sarah McLeod. Big pass by McLeod over to Annie Kobylanski. She'll get two. And off the rim. And here comes up with it. Ball stolen away. Off the back of the rim. Colin. Sitminski. Tipeniuk having a tough time. Be Pioneer ball. For three. Nice shot by Tipeniuk. Ball loose. Several green and white jerseys. Pig pile onto the ball. That's going to come up Greenfield. Gets her in rebound. Looks to put the ball back outside, but a few extra steps caused the travel. Push on Greenfield. Vinny Pillsbury. And triple teamed over to Tipeniuk. Goes up. No good. Recovered by McLeod. Oh, I'm sorry. Not McLeod. Bergeron. A foul by Beliski. Stops the play. It'll be Greenfield to inbound. Bergeron to the outside, looking to feed it in to Mihalichenko. It'll be Greenfield to inbound. Cody for two, no good. Swatted away. Will be Pioneer ball near the Greenfield bench. Nice inbound. Beliski. Tippeniuk goes up. No good. Pillsbury gets her hands on it. Will get the foul. Devin Pillsbury to the free throw line. Two and a quarter. Both teams are one away from being in the bonus. There we go. Get that lined up. Pillsbury for her second shot. Over the rim, Tominski comes up with it. For three by McClellan, puts it down. Brings the lead to 5 for the Panthers. Long go get it pass. A nice save, but comes into the white jerseys. And a push is called. That will put Pioneer into the bonus. Now any foul will yield shots. And good on the second one for Bliski. Some extra pressure by Pioneer defense. For three. Great shot by Taylor Bergeron. Clellan needs help. Long throw over to Bliski. Bliski to Tominski. To Pillsbury. And back inside to Tippeniuk. Ball comes loose. A jump ball is called. That should be in Pioneer's favor. Yeah, nice job by the Pioneer offense. Bergeron to Cody. Cody finds a lane, goes in and gets the easy two. Nice job. Inbound long pass to Tippeniuk over to Tominski. Good hesitation by Tominski. Goes up and gets the two. Now those long passes can be dangerous. We've seen it on the Pioneer side. And a timeout is called by Greenfield. And as we take this timeout, this is a perfect opportunity to talk again about our wonderful local business sponsors sponsoring this BNC TV programming. We are talking about Sam Browning Jr. Trucking, Sweet Lucy's Bake Shop, Treeworks Ltd., Wigan Hydro Seating, Zielinski HVAC, the George Builders, and Greenfield Cooperative Bank. So thankful to be partnered up with these local businesses. Help us bring this broadcast to you folks to be able to see later on and watch it live when able. And just so happy to bring this program to you. And happy to be partnered with these local businesses. This is a fantastic program. It's some of our favorite programming that we can bring to you. So happy to have the sponsors with us. So Pioneer has been stepping up on some extra defense of their own, forcing some unsavory passes and therefore turnovers. Pioneer with a 5-point lead over Greenfield with just over a minute left in the third quarter. Cody with a drive. On the right side, ball comes loose, out of bounds. It will remain Greenfield Green Wave ball over in the far corner. Nice long pass, inbounds to Kobylanski. Cody up top to Regari. And Bergeron drives it around, thought about the three-point shot. A little miscommunication on the shuffling. Bounce pass into the Pioneer hands. Drive underneath, but some Greenfield hands made that ball very difficult to pass. Ball is turned over. 16 seconds left. Three-shot rolls over the rim and out of bounds off of Kobe Tyminski. It will be Greenfield ball on the baseline. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Nice pass in, good toss up. Pioneer takes it over. 2 seconds left. Good job hanging on to the possession, even if you didn't have time to take that final shot. Great job by Pioneer. And as we enter into the final quarter, Pioneer extending the lead they've had for most of the game back out to a 5-point lead, 36-31 over the Wave. We'll say it appears that Pioneer has managed to step up on their passing game and really close up those turnovers that we had been seeing during the second quarter. And that was the strongest thing I had seen with Greenfield was their strength in the full court press and those turnovers. And so far, if Pioneer has able to kind of curb that, Pioneer's strong suit being scoring once they got down there, which Greenfield was interrupting by making those turnovers before Pioneer got into shooting range. But if Pioneer can crack that code and get themselves back into shooting range, Greenfield is really going to have to step up both the turnovers and the shooting in order to keep up. Cody with the ball over to Regari, to Bergeron. Long pass over to Regari, goes in for two. Nice job by the Greenfield offense, drawing and swaying the Pioneer defense into kind of going to one side and then leaving a player open for a quick pass and easy two. And a tough pass there. That'll be a turnover to Greenfield. Bergeron. Oh, ball came loose on what should have been an intended pass. Tyminski hangs on to it, gives it back up to McClellan, finds Tippanyuk inside. Back out to McClellan, swung around. Beliski with a three-shot comes up short and into the hands of Tyminski, but also hands for Bergeron, but it'll be a Pioneer ball. I don't know how I do that. And McClellan from the corner, Greenfield fingertips stopped that from happening. Back over to McClellan, second time off the back of the rim. Bergeron comes up with it. Bergeron double teamed in the corner. Ball swung around to Mihailichenko. No good on the shot. Grzyskowski runs pass into Tipeniuk. Tipeniuk will get 2. Very tight, very aggressive defense is great, but it can be very, very easy when you're sandwiched in there to draw the foul. Good job by Kyler McClellan. Mihailichenko to Bergeron. Bergeron driving on the near side. Driving in, swerving around, tosses it up. No good, and pushed out of bounds by Grzyskowski. It will be Greenfield ball underneath the hoop. Oops, excuse me. There we go. Sorry about the score. Back outside to Cody, swung around to Regari. Back out to Cody. Mihailichenko. Just inside the 3. A tough long pass. Stolen by Greenfield. Tossed up by Cody, no good. Tominski comes out with it, hands it off to McClellan. 3-point game, 5.5 minutes left. Ball's out of bounds. It will remain Pioneer ball on the baseline. With a 3-point game like this, turnovers like that are going to be deadly. And a great shot by Maggie Tipeniuk. Very quick inbound, quick shot for 2. And good navigation. Greenfield hangs on to it, puts the ball back outside. Cody just inside the 3, rolls off the rim into Tominski's hands. McClelland. And the ball goes out of bounds. And a timeout is called. Greenfield is going to be looking to make those turnovers as quickly and as heavily as possible. They're going to work on that real hard. Pioneer needs to make sure that they cut down on all of their long anybody's ball passes. Even though those are sometimes the only option, you got to be careful of those. Those are going to yield the most turnovers, so we got to be careful on that one. Pioneer with a 5-point lead. 5 1/4 left in the game. Tensions are no doubt high. But I'll also say fouls are considerably low, considering that at a little under 3 minutes, teams were almost in the bonus on one of the previous quarters. So far, they've really cut back on the fouls, no doubt. With this close a game, the last thing you want to do is foul out of the game. Ball inbounded. Pillsbury. Oh, tapped away. Beliski looks to Tipeniuk. Tipeniuk turns around, fires. No good. Tominski recovers. Good hands on it by Sophia Regari, but Pioneer hangs on. Another 3-point shot by McClelland. Puts it down. What a crucial 3-point shot. I think that is the third 3-point of the game for McClelland. clock catch up. 4:18. McDonald to inbound, finds Bergeron. Oh, nice idea by Mihalichenko. Trying to feed it through to Cody. Just couldn't get the alignment right. Ball heads out of bounds. Pioneer ball. And no doubt a foul on a body check by Cody. Nice idea. Pillsbury swerves it around. Oh, just not enough oomph on that shot. Great idea by Pillsbury. Bergeron drives down to the corner. Nice pick set, but nowhere to really go. Feeds it over to McDonald and gets the foul. No doubt, nice idea. Driving down on the left side, driving in underneath on the lane. That's going to drive the defense off, leaving the other player open. And I think that's how they were able to feed the ball over to McDonald for that jump shot. A big fight for the ball. It'll be Greenfield underneath. Nice, nice accidental defense by Jalen Beliski in the right place at the right time. Ball gets turned over. Excuse the noise. The windscreen came off of my mic. And the clock has been running. Everything's awesome. Tippiniuk for 2. No good. Well, it comes down and pops up. Pioneer manages to hang on to the possession. Beliski from the outside. No good. That'll be out of bounds. Greenfield ball. And 3 shot. Beautiful shot by Bergeron. 5-point game. Jalen Beliski with a long shot for Tominski, but Greenfield sniffed that one out, knocking it out of bounds. Those long passes, Pioneers going to have to hustle into open, close passing range. That's how it's going to work. So we're on inside to Tippiniuk. Tominski. Sorry. And great job by Tominski being open and being quick to get those 2 points. For 3. And now Bergeron has been very successful on that far side 3-point line. She's going to look for opportunities to stay hot in that corner. Good turnover on the steal. Natalia Cody over to McDonald. McDonald drives in, finds the lane, tosses it up, will get the 2. I've been so bad on the clock today. McDonald for 2. And McDonald will have her second shot. Comes back down. Tominski needs help. Over to McClellan. Bliski back out to McClellan. To Bliski. The ball knocked loose, out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer ball at their own bench. Now sitting under 2 minutes left in the game. Pioneer with a 7-point lead. Gruskowski on the far side. Gets held up by the defense. It'll be a push. And a timeout is called by the Greenfield bench. Minute 48 left in the game. Pioneer with a 7-point lead. This is where it's all going to come out. So far, things have simmered down just a bit, but so far Greenfield has still done a great job on forcing the steals and the turnovers, and that has allowed them more possession opportunities to put points up on the board. And Pioneer, when they're able to evade those steals, has done a fantastic job when they're within shooting range. So it's just this constant battle of whether or not Pioneer can evade the steal long enough to get themselves into shooting range. I think is going to be the determining factor of this game. In just under 2 minutes is still plenty of time for Greenfield to turn things around. There have been several moments of them having the lead in this game. Pioneer is going to need to really play their hardest for these next 2 minutes to hold on to this lead. Minute 48, McClellan to inbound. Sends it out to Tippanyuk. Back to McClellan. Around to Bliski. Stolen away. Taylor Bergeron with the steal. Driving through. And a foul on the shot for McDonald. And definitely a lot of people were not crazy about that defensive move. And McClelland is fouled out of the game. A tough turn of events, no doubt. And McDonald with the second one. And she'll have 3 because it was a 3-point shot. Makes the second. 5-point game. Somebody needs help. Pillsbury. And off of Bliski's hands. Should have stopped the clock. Minute and a quarter. 3-point shot by McDonald. Pillsbury lets it go out. Inbounded to Pillsbury. Will remain Pioneer ball. Pioneer cannot allow the turnovers. And out of bounds off of a Greenfield jersey. And Bergeron trying for the shot, tosses it back out. Nice save. Greenfield hangs on to it. Tyminski takes it over. And with hands on Tippanyuk, both teams are now in the bonus. Tippanyuk heads to the free throw line. 47 seconds left in the game. This will be a crucial free throw shot. Excuse me. Oh, I won't change it. 47-40. Pioneer does not want any more fouls. Clock on their side. And a timeout is called by the Greenfield bench. No doubt they're going to do their best to stop the clock. Right now with that 7-point lead, there is going to be heavy defense by the Greenfield team. And Pioneer has had some struggles on the inbound, so they are going to need to make sure that their passes are crisp, their passes are clean, and they're going to make sure to run out this clock and keep the ball outside of shooting range by Greenfield. The best thing that they can hope for is get the ball into a Pioneer player and force some sort of clock-stopping foul. And we'll see what happens. In a 7-point game. And 47-40. .30 seconds left. McDonald. The shot no good. Comes down into Griskowski's hands. Ball's loose. Tippanyuk falls on the ball. Ball comes out to Tyminski, but not before a whistle is blown. Looks like there are foul hands to stop the clock. So Tyminski will get 2. And looks like there's no timeout called. All right. A little bit of confusion on the allowed amount of time with fouling out, I think. So McDonald fouled out. McClelland fouled out. Pioneer with a 7-point lead. 18 seconds. No good on the first shot for Tyminski, but she'll have 2. No good on that one. Pioneer just needs to play that tight defense. 13 seconds. The 3-shot rolls off the rim. Ball tossed back out. Bergeron again off the rim. The ball pops loose again, and that is the buzzer. Pioneer coming away with a 47-40 win over the Greenfield Green Wave. A very hard-fought battle. Again, I would say Greenfield really stepped things up after the first quarter with some real heavy defense and having an enormous amount of turnovers. Quite frankly, I would say they would have close to double the turnovers that Pioneer did. Their defensive stealing game was very on point. But Pioneer's defense within shooting range did a great job, and if Greenfield were to put the shots away the way they were stealing it, I think that we would be looking at a much, much different game. But Pioneer did a great job. Once they were able to break through the heavy stealing defense of the Green Wave, they were able to put away their shots, and Pioneer came out on top. The stronger offense wound up beating out the stronger defense, I guess is the way to put it. But fantastic job. Pioneer with a 5-game winning streak now. They're going to be moving on to their next game, which is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll be right back here. Hopefully the internet will be cooperating as well as the electricity. Just everything will be on board, and we will be able to bring you that game. It will be Pioneer is going to be hosting the girls, the girls will be hosting Friday night at 7 p.m. Drury. And that might be a tough battle, but Pioneer's up for it. They continue to surprise as we go through this 2025-2026 season. But with that, thank you so much for tuning in to this game, checking back in this broadcast. And my name is Tyler Warbo, and we will see you next time.